This conference will now be recorded.
Once again, welcome to AP Skill Development. So we are going to try this 15 days on KTR program. Okay, so let's see what is KTR. KTR is also known as computer-aided three-dimensional interactive application. Okay, so it is a full form of KTR. So first of all, from the beginning, we need to discuss about KTR. KTR is actually an indoor project of French aircraft manufacturer Avios Marcel Dassault System. Okay, in the 1977, they started to design the KTR for their own purpose, only for aircraft manufacturing. For their own purpose, they have designed the system in 1977. Okay, so at the time, it is also named as CATI, CATI. It is full form of Conception Assisted Tridimensional Interactive. Okay, so after that, in 1981, CATI is renamed as CATIA. Okay, which is nothing but computer-aided three-dimensional interactive application. At that time, it is Dassault System has created creating the software to sell in the market. Okay, so before 1981, they are only planning for the indoor project, for their own project. After 81, they are completely changed their plan to sell the software in the market. Okay, so after that one, Dassault System has signed a non-exclusive distribution agreement with the IBM, which is nothing but it is IBM is also incorporated with CAD/CAM. Okay, so let's see. Up to now, 24 versions of CATIA, different versions are released up to 2021. Okay, so see, it is also used in aerospace, automobile, shipbuilding, and other industries. See, KTR has a multi-platforms. I already told you after signing non-exclusive distribution agreement with IBM, they have also included CAD/CAM in their KTR software. Okay, so so that it has so many very multi-platforms. Okay, so it is integrated with CAD, computer-aided design, CAM, computer-aided manufacturing, as well as computer-aided engineering. Okay, so Dassault System is a French engineering giant active in the field of aviation, 3D design, 3D digital mockups, and product lifecycle management. Remember this product lifecycle management. This software is a very popular for its 3D product lifecycle management, PLM. It's shortly called as PLM software. Okay, so why we need that one means for each and every appliances or any product, we need to calculate its lifetime. Okay, from after manufacturing. So how it is going to be in its lifetime. Like for example, if we take any example like our home, sorry, within our home there are so many products like our phone. Okay, so for our phone we can see that within 1 month, within 1 year, they will give in the company itself. They will give warranty as 1 year or 3 years or 5 years. It is nothing but it can be perfectly working within the deadline. Okay, so if they given 1 year warranty means it will be perfect in 1 year. After 1 year, they cannot guarantee. So that's what the guarantee and the warranty of the product. So everything, every product, not only mobile. So for example, in our bike, automobiles. Okay. So after we purchasing a bike, they will say that within after the complete 1,000 kilometers, after 1,000 kilometers, you need to come and come to the service. What is not? It is nothing but completely they are going to check the after running 1,000 kilometers or what is the performance of your bike. Okay, so bike is nothing but a product. So how it is performing with the 1,000 kilometers? So there will be some wear and tear na. After running 1,000 kilometers, there will be some wear and tear. Not only wear and tear, and engine performance, fuel consumption, everything is within the calculation. Okay, so if everything is within calculation, the product will be completely fine. Okay, so if any problem, if any error or any out of deviation is there, they are going to rectify. They are going to take all the readings and they are going to rectify in the next product. Okay, you can see every product. So every company is releasing every 6 months or one year. They are going to release a new version. So after rectifying the problems in old version, they are going to upgrade in a new version. Okay, that's how the versions are releasing. And see, so KDA is a solid modeling tool that unites the 3D parametric features with the 2D tools and also address every design to manufacturing process. Okay, so you can see every 3D. So we only know 2D parametrics. Okay, so 3D parametrics is nothing but it is measure. Okay, so only we only know parametrics for 2D. Okay, for example, a circle. 2D is a circle is a 2D object. For that one, we are going to give the parametric of its radius or diameter. Okay, so in every software like that only. So not in CATIA, not only for 2D, we can also 3D parametric features. Okay. Next. See, CATIA is not only the software for 3D. So there are so many companies and so many softwares for 3D, like uh, Siemens NX and Creo, Autodesk Inventor, or SolidWorks, Solid Edge, IGS, HTP. There are several software from different organizations or companies. Okay, so in this competition, why KTIA? Why only we are discussing about KTIA, right? So KTIA is full form already discussed, computer aided three-dimensional interactive application. This is one of the leading 3D software used by organization in multiple industries. Okay, so multiple industries like aerospace, automobile, and consumer products. Consumer products is nothing but home appliances like that. So after that, Career is also a benchmark for reverse engineering. Have you guys heard about reverse engineering? Yes, in the chat box. Okay, so no problem. So we know engineering word. So maybe many of you haven't heard about reverse engineering, right? So it is nothing but in the engineering process, what we are going to do. So in engineering, we are going to draw a 2D, and after drawing a 2D, we are going to design it as a 3D, right? So 3D. After that, we are going to extract all the parameters and giving it the parameters to manufacturer. Okay, so after giving the draft to the manufacturer is going to observe all the parameters in the draft, and he is going to manufacture according to input of the drafting. Okay, so this is the process. We have a 2D sketch and we have a product, and we are going to manufacture. Okay, So this is the process in engineering. But when coming to reverse engineering, so reverse complete engineering process is a reverse. Okay. First, they are, for example, they are going to apply a reverse engineering for old vehicle. Like, for example, there are so many car models, old models. There are for a particular car model, the manufacturing company has been shut down. It is closed. So if we are going to repair the old model car, we don't have a ready-made damaged part in market. So what we are going to do, we are going to manufacture that one, but we don't have any parametric of the size or length or whatever it is required. Okay, so at that time they can apply reverse engineering. Okay, we will have already damaged part or already break the part, right? So that one we are going to scan. Okay, so damaged part we are going to position them, and we are going to scan by using 3D scanners. Okay, so by using 3D scanners we are going to scan them. So after scanning it, we are going to connect the scanner to a virtual three-dimensional. Okay, so in that one, it will convert entire scanning, okay, 3D scanning into a parametric. Okay, so directly after scanning, we will get the parametric in our system. So after getting the parametrics, we are going to design it and then going for manufacturing. Okay, so it is nothing but reverse engineering. So you can simply remember that we are getting the parametrics from the product. Okay, so we already have some damaged part. We are getting in those parameters through the part. Okay, so not only reverse engineering, plastic parts also. You can observe the plastic parts. There are so many complexity will be there. Okay, only shape is so small, but the design will be complex. So that kind of complex parts design also can be done by CATIA. Okay, so aerospace and automobile industries are very they are using CATIA. See why? What do CATIA V5 do? Okay, what CATIA V5 do? So I already told after they are signed an agreement with IBM, they have CAD, CAM, and CAE and other applications incorporated in CATIA V5. Okay, so it is defaultly installed in Windows application, and it has a very benefit that it is used based on graphic user interface (UI) application. Okay, so what is graphic user interface is? So for AutoCAD, you guys can if you have any idea about the AutoCAD, you can each command each and every tool in the AutoCAD. Like for example, for line, we don't need to go for click on the line icon. Okay, just we can give the command through only command bar by using keyboard, right? So that is command based system. Okay, so in this one, in the CATIA, only graphic user interface is applied, which is nothing but each and every tool which we need to use, we need to click on the icon. Okay, so there are no commands. Okay, so based on the parametric, it is completely based on the parametric technology. So each and every sketch or each and every product is completely done by parametric technology, and then it has a flexible, okay, flexibility and reuse. So after we enter in the software, you will know. So completely, whatever you are going to draw in sketch, we can upload it to Path. Okay, So the sketch, 2D sketch we have, which we are drawing, it will be converted into part in the part model. Okay, so after converting part model, we can use several part models and upload them to assembly, and we can assembly in the assembly workbench. Okay, different part models which we are designed will be assembled in the assembly workbench. For example, after we have completely assembled all the parts, okay, so in the particular part we have miscalculated the length. Okay, so we need to change the particular part length, so we don't need to worry. Okay, so directly the particular part sketch we can modify, and after modifying the sketch itself we can get updated modification in the assembly. Okay, so see, that is a flexibility and reuse, and it's knowledge based design. So you will know knowledge based design in the software. Okay, see, flexibility, I have already discussed just now. So ability to easily modify. Okay, in the sketch we are going to modify, and in the assembly it is going to update. Okay, after that, data sharing and data reuse. The data sharing is nothing but sketch is a workbench, part is a workbench, and assembly is a workbench. In the each and every workbench, the data sharing is within fraction of seconds. Okay, knowledge enabled. So it has a knowledge enabled is nothing but so capture of design constraints and design intent as well as the final model geometry. See, if you don't understand this one, I can explain you in a small example. For example, take a bolt. Okay, so a bolt shape is of a hexagon. Okay, so in the hexagon you can vary the diameter. Okay, for example, 3 mm or 4 mm or 5 mm. Bowl shape is same, but the size will be varying. For that one, we don't need to design each and every one. By applying knowledge enable, we can just change the parametric value like 3 mm or 4 mm. We are going to just enter the value. Automatically, the product will be changed. Okay, so after that, 3D part is a master model. Why it is not complete drawing, assembly, analysis, and associated to 3D parts. Okay, as I told, even we are going to change the sketch, it will be automatically change in the part and assembly as well as the analysis. Okay, so these are all integrated. Okay, na? If part design changes, the downstream models will change too. So as I told you, only part design is changed. So the changes which are modified will be upgraded in the downstream. Like after we done the part, we are going to do the assembly. Na? So downstream, whatever we applied, all the modules will be changed. Okay. So these are the applications of different applications of CATIA. So not only our mechanical, all the departments, electrical, furniture, appliances, shipbuilding, mold and die castings, automobiles, defense, machinery, consumer goods, architecture, aerospace, construction, furniture. So each and every field can be used by use this software. Okay. So in this there are several modules are there. In the modules there are several workbenches are there. So when I open the software, I will show you a detail. Okay. So remember the single thing. We are not the only person which are using CATIA. So several departments, several applications and several companies are using the software. So for example, in the aerospace, Boeing company has used V3, CATIA V3 for 777 airline. Okay. I already told up to 2021, 24 versions are released. So in the beginning, we V4, like that versions are released. Okay, CATIA V1, CATIA V2, CATIA V3, CATIA V4, like that each and every version is released. After releasing CATIA V4, sorry V4, in the V5 itself, they are inserted again CATIA V5, R20 or R21. So like that, our revision versions are released. So that it is after releasing CATIA V5, V6 is in the 2020, I think 20 no 19 itself. Okay, in the 19 only V6 has released. Okay, so V6 is nothing but up to V5 versions. Okay, up to V5 versions, all are offline versions. Okay, whatever system or desktop, we are going to install the software and we are going to use it, use the software in the system, and if we are going to represent or show it to other one, we need to take the system or laptop along with us. Okay, for a seminar, we need to take the laptop or computer, everything, whatever the software we install, we need to take the gadget itself. Okay, so in the V6, no need to take everything. Okay, just it is completely a cloud-based system. Okay, so cloud-based system is nothing but everything we draw and we design, everything will be stored in cloud. Okay, we will have some login. Okay, along with internet connection. So we will design in the software, and it will be automatically saved in cloud. If we need to, we can download from the cloud. Okay, so in that case, we don't need to take our laptop or monitors and everything. Okay, so just we need to remember our logins, our email address, our login ID or password. Okay, so we need to remember those things. We can log in through any system and we can download anywhere. Okay, not only within country, it with entire globe. Okay, so that's the benefit of V6. So let's enter our normal part. So by using KTR V3, so Boeing company has developed 777 airline. After that, by using V5, they have developed 787 series aircraft. Okay, so it is completely they have employed Dassault system 3D PLM products. Okay, so PLM I have already explained you. PLM is nothing but product lifecycle management. So each and every, not only aerospace mark. So there are even air, aircraft and you know airline. Okay, so airline fighter jets. So the each and they are also using the KTR. Okay, defense system. So this PLM product has KTR, Delmia, NVIDIA supplemented by Boeing company. So KTR we already know. Delmia, NVIDIA is the supplemented. Okay, supplemented is nothing but additional applications of KTR. Okay, see, that is for airline. And when coming to automobiles, so see, these are all the companies you already heard of: BMW or Audi or Toyota, Ford, and Tata Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra. So these are all the companies you already know. So all the companies, okay, almost all the companies are using the KTR with different levels. Okay, so different levels why I'm telling. For example, Goodyear is using KTR for manufacturing, making tires, or for example, or some other company is using so for their own purpose. Okay, not entire. They don't need to design entire, but those are the companies using KTR. Okay, and not only for normal part manufacturing. So many automobile companies are using KTR for car structure. Okay, so for a car, door trims, beams, IP support, bumper beams, or rail roofs, or side rails, body, and these are all the parts. Okay, so see here, see, these are all the car parts by using CATIA surfacing, okay, which are front section, engine hood, or roof, or trunklet, rear feeder, front feeder, sidewalls. Okay, these are all the outer parts. Okay, outer parts, each and every outer part is designed by CATIA. See, so because KTI is very good in creation and computer representation of surface. Okay, in when it coming to surface, no other software is competing with KTI. KTI is the number one. Next, shipbuilding. So in the shipbuilding, Navy, KTI is used. See, where the KTI is used. It is comparing different softwares like Solid and ProE, Ideas, Media. So four softwares are used. Four softwares are comparing one for another. Where it is used within India. So within India, Bajaj Auto, the Indian Railways. These are all using Solid and ProE, Kirloskar groups. Okay. Next, ideas, Mahindra company, or etc. So KTI is used in Telco, Bajaj, Tempo. So these are the within India. So international. Okay. International users, Solid is used by GM, Boeing, or GE, Philips, like this. And ProE is used in Whirlpool. Next, idea is in Ford, Vinti. Next, KTI is in Airbus, Boeing. Okay, so these are all the companies with different software. When it comes to application, Solid is for good for manufacturing, modeling, and surfacing. Okay, and ProE is very good for modeling, analysis, and even manufacturing assembly. Okay, so IA is good for analysis, even for modeling analysis, and even for manufacturing assembly. Okay, these are all the common. Next, when it comes to CATIA, CATIA is good for surfacing. See, you can observe modeling and surfacing is very good. So no other surface can be comparable with the CATIA. And these are all the product companies. Siemens is the product company of Solid Edge and Unigraphics, and PTC is the company product company of ProE, and SDRC is the product company of Idea, and the last system is the product company of KTIA. Okay. Next, so KTIA working modules. Okay, so basic working modules for mechanical engineers. Okay, so I already told you there are several working modules. Okay, so different purpose we can use. Only for mechanical, these are all the modules. So first one, sketcher. In the sketcher we can draw 2D sketch. Okay. In the part, next part design. In the part design we are going to convert the 2D sketch to a 3D model. Okay. So after converting it, we are going to use the dresser features to modify the 3D part. Okay, some small changes, and we can edit the feature and operations. Okay, next, wireframe surfacing. So wireframes are WNSD is nothing but, so we are going to create a wireframe base, and then surfacing. After creating a wireframe base, we are going to create a surface. Okay, and after creating a surface, we are going to modify base features. Okay, so next, in the generative sheet metal, so it is completely based on the sheet metal. First, we are going to create a base wall. After creating a base wall, we are going to bend. Okay, there are several bend features. So we are going to apply the bend features. After that, we are going to roll or stamp or cutting. So based on our requirement, there are these are all the tools I just basically we use. Stamping, there are different kind of stamping and cutting features. Okay, so next, transformation features. Transformation features is nothing but, so we are going to move the object from one not only moving, we can change the shape. Okay, so that's the transformation. After that, in the assembly design, so we are going to take different part models to assembly, and after inserting it to assembly, we are going to assemble them. Okay, by using different assembly constraint tools or manipulation, class detection. So by using these all, we are going to assemble them perfectly. Okay, so after this, generative drafting. Generative drafting is nothing but it is a drafting. Okay, so by using view wizard, we can insert a single view from the model. Okay, so from the 3D model, we are going to insert a view from the 3D model to a drafting wizard. So after that, we can draw several views. Like we are going to insert a front view. From the front view, we can take top view, side view, side view, like that. Okay, to give the dimension. So after inserting all the views, we are going to by annotations. Okay. Basically, we have divided the CATIA mechanical features into two phases. Okay, CATIA phase 1 and CATIA phase 2. Now we are conducting program in CATIA phase 1. Okay, which includes sketching, part design, assembly, as well as drafting and DMU kinematics. Okay, sketch, part, and assembly drafting you may have already heard of. Okay, DMU kinematics is nothing but we are going to give the kinematic motions to the parts. Okay, so you will see in our class. Okay, in the phase 2, only generative shape design is there. Okay, next, CATIA interface. See, when we open the CATIA software, it will be like this. Okay, so see, this is the sketcher workbench. Okay, how we know? See here in the orange color, observe my cursor here. An orange color tool is highlighted. Okay, this is the sketcher workbench, and here it is showing to select a plane. So these are all the planes. Okay, XY plane, ZX plane, or YZ plane. So these are all the 3 planes. Okay, when we select any one of them, we directly enter to the sketch. Okay, see, and the first one here, start in NVIDIA V5 and file, edit, view, insert. These are all the tools like here. We can say is called a menu bar. Okay, so in the menu bar we have all this file, edit. We need to save, edit. So all the files are made. Below that, okay, menu bar, we can see a chart. Okay,
Madam,
part, XY plane,
your voice is
YZ plane,
breaking,
ZX
madam.
plane, geometric set, part board. Voice is breaking. Okay. Okay, ma. I haven't even changed any position. Okay, I will see. Okay, see. So this is the in the left top portion below the menu bar. It is called a specification tree. Okay, specification tree. In it, we can observe each and every steps we have undergone to design a part. Okay, and these are all the planes, and this one is a navigation, and this umbrella shape is there now. Okay, this is called compass. Okay, see, visible now. Okay, this is called we can
Madam,
okay.
excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
మేడం మీరు చెప్పేటప్పుడు మీ వాయిస్ ఒకసారి వస్తుంటే అక్కడ ఆ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ మీద కర్సర్ ఒకసారి మూవ్ అవుతుంది, అంటే ల్యాగ్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే 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 టైం స్లోగా మూవ్ అవుతుందా? ఓకే
అంటే
జస్ట్
మీరు
లాగౌట్
చెప్పి
అండ్
అయిపోయిన
లాగిన్.
తర్వాత అది చూపిస్తుంది ఈ
ఓకే
ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ వై యాక్సిస్. అంటే నా కనెక్షన్ ఏమన్నా ప్రాబ్లం అని మా కొలీగ్ని అడిగితే అబ్బాయికి గాని అలానే ఉందంట.
ఓకే ఓకే సరే మరి నేను చూసుకుంటాను, ఒక నిమిషం. ఓకే మా ఒకసారి నేను టాపిక్స్ ఈ యొక్క ఇంటర్ఫేస్ అనేది మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేస్తాను, ఓకేనా? సో ఫస్ట్ ఇక్కడ మనకి స్టార్ట్, ఫైల్, ఎడిట్ ఇవన్నీ ఉంది కదా, సో దీన్ని మెనూ బార్ అంటారు, ఓకేనా? సో దీని కింద ఉన్నది ఈ మొత్తం ఇక్కడ మనకి ఒక ట్రీ లాగా ఉంది కదా, దీన్ని స్పెసిఫికేషన్ ట్రీ అంటారు. ఓకే సో ఇందులో మనకి ప్లేన్స్ డిఫాల్ట్ గా వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఇలా ఉంటుంది. ప్లేన్స్ 3 ప్లేన్స్ ఉంటాయి, XY YZ అండ్ ZX ప్లేన్స్. అలాగే దీనిలో మనకి పార్ట్ బాడీ అనేది ఇక్కడ వస్తుంది. సో దీని తర్వాత మనం ఎలాంటి స్కెచ్ డ్రా చేసినా కానీ, పార్ట్ డ్రా చేసినా కానీ కంప్లీట్ గా ఈ యొక్క స్పెసిఫికేషన్ ట్రీ లో మనం ఏదైతే మనం చేస్తూ ఉంటామో అవన్నీ కూడా మనకి సీక్వెన్స్ లో యాడ్ అవుతూ వస్తాయి, ఓకేనా? నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ మనకి టాప్ రైట్ లో కంపాస్ ఉంటుంది, అండ్ దాని కింద మనకి నావిగేషన్, అండ్ మిడిల్ లో వచ్చేటప్పుడు మనకి ప్లేన్స్, ఓకేనా? సో ఇది డిఫాల్ట్ గా మనకి అపియర్ అయ్యింది. అండ్ ఈ బాటమ్ లో అలాగే ఈ రైట్ సైడ్ లో మనకి ఉన్నవన్నీ కూడా మనకి టూల్స్, ఓకేనా? సో ఈ టూల్స్ అనేది మనం ఎంటర్ అయ్యే వర్క్ బెంచ్ ని బట్టి మాడిఫై అవుతూ ఉంటాయి, ఓకేనా? సో స్కెచర్ లో ఉన్నాం అనుకోండి, స్కెచర్ కి సంబంధించిన 2D పారామెట్రిక్ టూల్స్ అన్ని వస్తాయి. అలాగే మనం 3D లో ఎంటర్ అయ్యామనుకోండి, ఆ 3D కి సంబంధించిన ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ పార్ట్ కన్వర్ట్ చేయడానికి కావాల్సిన టూల్స్ అన్నీ వస్తాయి. అలాగే అసెంబ్లీకి ఎంటర్ అయ్యామంటే అసెంబ్లీకి సంబంధించిన టూల్స్ అన్ని అక్కడ వస్తాయి, ఓకే? సో టూల్స్ ని బట్టి మనం ఏ వర్క్ బెంచ్ లో ఉన్నామని కూడా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయవచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి, సో ఇది అసెంబ్లీ, సారీ ఇది ఒక ఆడి కార్డ్ డిజైన్ అసెంబ్లీ, ఓకేనా? సో ఇందులో ఈ లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ మనకి స్పెసిఫికేషన్ టూల్ చూసారా? సో ఇందులో చూసారంటే చాలా ఉంటాయి, అండ్ ఇక్కడ వచ్చేటప్పటికి రౌండ్ వచ్చి దానిలో ప్లస్ సింబల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఓకేనా? సో అవన్నీ కూడా మనకి
Ma'am, hello. Hello, ma'am.
వినిపించట్లేదా?
I'm not understood your language. Please speak English.
Okay.
Or language option, Hindi or English.
Okay. I will teach you in English. Okay, is that okay?
Okay.
See, this left one is the Audi core assembly. Okay, this is the entirely, we can see the different parts. Okay, so in this we can see for each and every part we can see a small bubble. Inside it will be a plus symbol. Okay, if you are going to edit any part, we need to click on the plus symbol. Okay, so when we click on the plus symbol, we can see different procedures or sequence of operation we have undergone to design the part. Okay, so see, so this is the specification tree. It is displayed in the left side of your workbench, and it has a history of how the part is constructed. Okay, when we are constructing, see in here, part body, we have done a part by using a sketch 1, and we done a hole by using sketch 2. Okay, like this we it will be record each and every step we have taken to design a part. Okay, so that's why it will It provides a history of how a part is construction and show the product structure. Okay, so for example, for this car, okay, for this car, I need to select a particular sheet or something. Okay, so we can select in this car itself, or we can select in the specification tree. Okay. Next, part can be modified by selecting the specification tree. Okay, and we need to click on plus symbol to open the tree branch. I already explained now. So if we need to see, for example, for the sketch, we have a plus symbol here. In the sketch, we need to see how many lines or how many construction we have used. We need to click on the plus symbol. Okay, then only we can open the branch of the sketch. Okay, solid parts are stored in the part body branch of the part tree. Okay, so all the solid parts will be stored in assembly. We can directly see the specification tree branch. Next, manipulation and display by using mouse. So we have in the mouse we have 3 buttons. One is right and left, and is the middle one. By using these 3, we can use pan, rotate, zoom. Okay, so for example, if we are going to move, pan is nothing but moving. Okay, moving the entire screen from one location to another location. Okay, so for that one, we need to hold the middle button. Okay, so middle button is also called as scroll. Okay, scroll button. So we need to hold that one and need to move wherever we need to. Okay, so rotation. Next one is rotation. For rotation, we need to hold on the middle mouse button and click on the left. Okay, left mouse button and rotate in the direction we need to rotate. For the zoom, we need to hold on the middle button and click on the left mouse click, and then use we need to still hold on the middle, but we will just click on the left button once and release it, and we can move the cursor. Okay, so move the cursor. If you move the cursor forward, it will be zoom, or if you move the cursor backward, it will be zoom out. Okay, so next, compass. I already told you, by using compass we can rotate entire display workbench in any direction. Okay, so for 3 axis, x axis, y axis, z axis, 3 axis, we can move or rotate linearly. Sorry, we can move linearly or rotate in an angular direction. Okay. Next, sketcher workbench. So I already told you, sketcher, part, assembly, and drafting, and DMU kinematics we are going to learn in this 15 days. So in the sketcher, we are going to draw a 2D sketcher. The sketcher is also, after completion of drawing, we call it as a profile. Okay. So after drawing a sketch, we will apply constraints. Constraints is nothing but, in this software we have 2 types of constraints. One is geometrical constraint and another one is parametric constraint. Parametric constraint is nothing but, for a line we are going to give the length. Okay, for a circle we will give either radius or diameter. It is a parametric. Okay, so when it comes to geometry, we need to give the specific location from the center. Okay, we need to give the specific location from the center point, either x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. We need to fix the object or whatever the sketch we drawn in a particular position is called geometric constraint. Okay, next one, sketcher is now main environment for developing 2D. Okay, 2D for 2D drawing, we need to draw in sketcher. Okay, next one, sketcher provides a flexible environment for creating and modifying 2D geometry. So if you have already learned to get CAD, okay, so you may know. For example, if we have given a length of 50, we cannot change the length of 52, either increase or decrease. We cannot do that one. If we need to clear the 50 mm line, and we need to draw again either 20 or 30. Okay, so that's how it will work. When it comes to CATIA, 2D and is very flexible. If we have by mistake we have given 50, we need to change the 50 mm to whatever the requirement value. Okay, so that's flexibility. And these are all the main toolbars we use in SketchUp. Okay, for basic geometric features.
Hello. Hello.
After drawing, we are going to profile toolbar.
Hello.
Yep.
మేడం మీరు చెప్తున్నది
Yeah, tell
రికార్డింగ్
me.
చేసుకోవడానికి అవుతుందా మేడం మీరు చెప్పింది మొత్తం?
You can add applications like screen recorders like that in your system, so that you can record the one.
ఓకే మేడం. ఓకే మేడం, గో ఆన్.
Okay, so after drawing the profile
మనం రికార్డ్ చేసి
particular
వెబ్సైట్ లో పెడతారా మ్యామ్? హలో మ్యామ్.
Okay, regarding that one, I will inform you later. Okay. At present, we have to continue our class. Okay. Regarding the recording sessions or whether it is provided or not, I will inform you in the end of the session. Okay. No need to worry. Next, after drawing a profile, we are going to modify them. Okay. For sharp corners, we need to modify them to curve bends, or we are going to provide a chamfer. For those operations, we are going to use the operation toolbar. Okay. Next, after giving all the profile structure, we are going to constrain them. Okay. For the constraint, we have constraint toolbar. See, this is a basic 2D sketch. Okay, so this is a profile which we need to draw, and this is the profile already drawn by in CATIA. Okay, so you can see there are two types of colors. One is in green color and one is in white color, right? So white color indicates under constraint. Okay, so under constraint is nothing but in complete geometric constraint or dimensional parametric constraint, we haven't given one of them. Okay, so when it is in under constraint, it will indicate a white color. Okay, so when it is fully constrained, we have given complete parametric constraint as well as the geometric constraint. It will show green color. Okay, it will indicate green color for fully constrained. Another one is over constraint. Over constraint is nothing but if we have given some radius here. Okay, so radius 31 in here. So we have given radius 31 again for the same object. Okay, so it will show an over constraint. For that one, it will indicate a pink color. Okay, so pink color. So completely constraint will be indicated in 3 colors. Under constraint will be in white color. Fully constraint will be in green color, and over constraint will be in pink color. Okay, so remember these 3 colors when you are drawing. It will be very useful. Next, part design. In the part design, we are going to convert the 2D 2D part to a 3D. Next, so 2D, let's stop up to here for this part design. So see, so in the part, simply remember whatever the 2D sketch enclosed profile we drawn, it will be converted into a 3D. Okay, so and its file extension will be CAD part. Okay, because it is part design. Next one, see, this is the example of part design. So we have given section view and top view of a particular object. Okay, so they will provide a section view and a top view. So we are going to draw a 3D by using these two views. Okay, so see, for the top view, we can observe this width as well as the length and the specification holes like that, right? In the section view, we can see the thickness or holes or exact length or some heights. Okay. What is it, ma'am?
How
What?
can we download that KTIA software, ma'am? Can you please provide any link like
See, all of you have
license,
already registered and paid the fee, right? So
ma'am?
you guys have got the mail from KPSDC.
Yeah,
In
but
that mail,
yeah, we are. Uh,
yeah. In that
okay,
mail
okay. Tell me,
itself,
ma'am.
the software link is there. Download link is there. Okay.
Okay,
After clicking there, you will download entire software. Okay.
but it is. I tried several times, but it is stopping at almost 1.2 GB and
You guys
showing as
are
failed or
facing
forbidden.
if you are facing any
Yes, ma'am.
small network issue, it will be completely download. Okay, file will be there, but it won't install properly. Okay, so make sure that your net is very good.
There is no problem with connection, and we have Wi-Fi in home, no problem. But it is showing as failed, forbidden like that.
Failed or forbidden. Okay.
Yeah,
Have you joined in WhatsApp group?
yeah, giant man.
Okay. So after this, I will clear your software problem. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. See, this is the section view. How we are going to take all the parameters from section and the top view, combine them to uh, design a complete 3D object. Okay, let's see. So when we, for example, we are going to start, you can think in several ways. Okay, you can start in several ways. For example, some people will draw the outer profile of this shape. See my cursor. So this is the outer profile in the top view. So you can draw this one and then extrude. I mean, give the thickness of particular height. This 7.5 mm. Okay. So after completion of this one, you can draw this particular out shape. Okay, this shape in the side view, and then you can extract it for 30. Okay, after completion of this one, on the top of the surface, you can draw these two cylinders and extract them up to this height, 12 height. Okay, here given 12 na, so 12 height. So like that you can some people can draw, or else some people may think that it has several steps in drawing, so I don't want to draw those many steps, so I will draw a profile. Like, see, you can draw this outline following my cursor. You can draw this outline like this, excluding the cylindricals. Okay, we are not going to draw this one. We are going to draw after completing this part. Okay, so like this, we are going to draw this profile. After that, we are going to extract it for 30. For this chamfer, okay, so for this fillet, we can modify them. Okay, in the part design, we can modify them. After that completion, 80% of the drawing will be completed. Okay, only this T, reverse T shape, and these cylinders and holes will be left. So we can finish that one step by step. Okay, see, in these advanced operations like Boolean operations, transformation parts, and assigning material and calculating the mass properties. Okay, these are all the advanced part design, and by using Boolean operations, I will explain in your class. Okay, So these are all the just normal. Next, assembly. In assembly, we are going to take all the parts, individual parts to assembly workbench and use the constraints, several constraints to constrain each and together assemble. Next, drafting. In the drafting, we are going to take a model, and from the model, we are going to extract a view, and from the view, we are going to develop several views, and we are going to give the parametric by using annotation toolbar. Okay, you can see each and every workbench has its own file extension file. Okay, only for Sketcher and Path is only they two are interconnected. Okay, Sketcher and Path is interconnected. Why we are calling it interconnected, I will tell you in our normal software. Okay, so when you save the Sketcher, it will only save in the file extension of .path. Okay, either sketch or either path. So both for both of them, it will the file extension is same. Okay, .cat path. When it comes to assemble, so it will be saved as .cat product. Okay, so for the drafting, it will be saved in .cat draft. Okay, now so drawing. So like this. See, this is the drafting which we are going to mean, which is from the extracted from the path. See, this is the complete section. Okay, this section view is drafted in here, and its side view. Okay, side view is drafted in here. We can create the section views as well as the different front and top view and side view, everything. And after giving all these things, we can give, for example, we have taken a complete product of several including with several parts. Okay, for screw jock or something like that. So for that one, we can give BOM. Have you guys heard of BOM? Message in chart box. BOM, bill of material. Okay, all right. For second years, they won't have the BOM. For only machine drawing itself, BOM will come to appear. Okay, BOM is nothing but bill of material. Okay, in the bill of material, it is a table which includes the product, how many parts in the product, and what are the part names, and what are the material we are going to use, and what are the how many number of parts are there. Okay, so regarding our those, all the details will be included in bill of material. Okay, so we will include the bill of material in drafting. And the surfacing, in the surfacing, it comes under criteria phase 2. So it completely only concentrate on wireframing and surface designing and surface modifications. Okay, these are all the tools which are used for surfacing, and this kind of surfacing outer surface will be created smoothly in CATIA. And thank you. Have you guys have any doubts in this PPT? If you have doubts regarding this PPT, you can ask me now.
మేడం కన్స్ట్రైన్స్ అన్నారు కదా ఇందాక.
Yeah.
హలో, కన్స్ట్రైన్స్ అంటే
Yeah,
ఏంటి
yeah.
ఒకసారి చెప్తారా?
Okay. So constraints is nothing but some restrictions. Okay. For example, you have drawn a circle. Okay. The circle, you need to fix the circle to 50 mm. Okay. So if you haven't constrained that particular circle to 50 mm, either it can be enlarged or shrink. Okay. So that is the purpose of constraint. When we enter to the software, you will know clearly. Okay. So explaining about drafting. Okay. So
Madam, will you
drafting,
send the PPT?
yeah, Tell me.
Will you send the PPTs to our mail or in the chat box, madam? It's for downloading.
This PPT, you okay? I will give you in the WhatsApp. I think all of you
Okay.
have joined in WhatsApp group, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so everything regarding our practice sessions, everything will be shared in your WhatsApp. So if anyone is not joined in the WhatsApp, just check your mails. There is a WhatsApp group link. Click on that one. You will join the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Ma'am, it's showing just this software which you have sent is not a free software. You should be paid something for it.
Okay. Regarding the software problem, we have up to 9:30. We have a session, right? So in the
Okay.
last 20 minutes, I will clear all your doubts regarding the installation and the crash, the software crash. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. But it is clearly showing that it is not a free software. It is a paid software.
Yeah, that's why we are giving it back. Okay. So KTI is
Okay,
not
okay,
a normal software. Okay. But in
okay.
the Autodesk, there are several products. KTI, Inventor, there are several. Maya, everything is there. For a student, at least 1 year free is there. Okay. So
Yeah,
not only Autodesk, the several softwares are giving free versions for a student, but not the
yeah.
KTI does. Okay, Daga system
Okay,
is not
okay,
even providing single day free. So if you are very interested in this one, you can purchase through Daga system. Okay,
okay, ma'am.
so not everyone able to purchase that one. So we are giving a crack version. Okay,
Okay, okay.
okay, okay. So before we are going to draw, enter into the software. A small explanation on engineering drawing.
నేను బయట ఉన్నట్టున్నాడు అత్త నేను వచ్చేకి ఒక టైం
What? Okay. See, introduction to engineering drawing. So before giving any introduction to engineering drawing, you guys have even completion of after completion of first year, you will know an idea of engineering drawing. What is it is? Okay. So I would like to ask a small question. What is drawing? We have all learned about engineering drawings, mechanical drawings, and yeah. So type in the chat box. It will be clear to everyone. What is drawing? Just an idea about drawing. What is drawing?
It's a universal language, madam.
Next, after that, language of engineers. Okay. Next, see, there are many of you. Okay, so you can have different thoughts in drawing. You can just share it. There, even it is a wrong answer, no one will point you. Okay, here all of us here are here for learning. Okay, pictorial representation of idea, very good. 2D representation of object. Okay, next, that's it. Pictorial representation without dimensions. Okay, okay, very good. Okay, it is type of technical drawing that used to convey information about an object. Very good. Okay, so let's see. We have, I only asked about drawing, whether it is engineering drawing or anything. Later we will discuss that one. Okay, drawing is nothing but a complete an ideology. Okay, so an ideology which is represented through a 2D drawing. Okay, so whether it is a parametric or non-parametric, it is a secondary thing. Okay, even a chain who is going to an elementary or first class, he will draw a picture of house, right? It is also a drawing. Okay, so just he drawn the shape. Every session will have 2 hours. We are starting at 7:30 and ending it in 9:30. So we cannot adjust the timings to 1.5 hours. It will be great loss to remaining people. Okay, so up to 9:30 we need to connect. And even if we have to complete all the syllabus we have, which we need to learn, so time is not sufficient. Okay, so we cannot finish in beforehand. We up to 9:30 class will be continued. And in the after every class we have a doubt session also. So within 9, how can we finish that one? Right. So let's see. So drawing is a graphical means of expression of technical details without barrier of language. Okay, it is one of the explanation, and we can also simply explain that drawing is a graphical representation of our thoughts and idea into a final product. Okay, so drawing is divided into 2 types. One is engineering drawing or technical drawing, and second one is representation drawing. I already told you now, a small child drawing a flower or a building or a bike, it is also drawing, but it is nothing but it comes under a representation drawing. An idea, those representing on paper, and it's representing a geometry. Only a shape will be there. Okay, we are calling it a house. Why? Because it has a shape of house. Okay, in the representation drawing it only concentrate about shape. Okay, based on the shape, either a house or a building or a flower or a grass, everything will be represented by using shape. Okay, geometry. Next, when it comes to engineering drawing or technical drawing, it is completely based on the parametric. Okay, an idea those represent on paper, and it is maintained the engineering drawing rules: specific shape, dimension, and size, accuracy. Okay, engineering drawing is called universal language for only engineers. Okay, you cannot call universal language for everyone. Only engineers can call it as universal language for only engineers. Okay, because without knowing engineering standard parametrics, we cannot read the thoughts of others. Okay, and even for example, with in AP we are going to draw a particular design by using the standards. Okay, so we can send it to within our country or out of the country. Another engineer can read it without any words. Okay, by seeing the drawing itself, he can clearly understand what he need to do. Okay, so that's why it is called universal language for engineers. Okay, these are all the stages which we undergo for completion of a product. First, conceptual stage. In the conceptual stage, basic ideology will be arise. Okay, after completion of an ideology, it will enter to design stage. In the design stage, complete ideology will be enter into the 2D. Okay, by using parametrics. After that, there will be several modifications, like changing the shape or changing the geometry size, everything. Okay, modification stage. After completion of modification, final design will be entered to the prototype development. Okay, in the prototype development, we will give the 2D parametrics and shape to the 3D model. Okay, after completion, we will test. Okay, so we will test it with whether it is okay for appearance or several things. After confirming, we are going to production planning. Okay, for example, a particular bike, TVS. Okay, TVS Excel bike. So we are going to plan a production planning. Okay, so TVS Excel is not a single motor vehicle. So we need to release for the market for in the bulk number, like 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000. We need to. So for that one, we need to manufacture several parts and we need to assemble and we need to give painting, everything. Okay, we need to these all are the comes under process and planning, production planning. Okay, so after planning, we will go for production. In the production, if we have perfect production planning, then only our production rate will be good. If we have poor production planning, don't need to explain that the product releasing rate or the manufacturing rate will be too low. Oh, okay. So after production, we will go for inspection. Okay, this inspection we have a separate section. That is a very batch-wise inspection or each and every part inspection. There will be several types of inspection in the comes under inspection section. And after inspecting, all the damaged parts will go, throw under dustbins. After that, only fine products will be released to market. In the marketing, it comes MBA people will take that one, and after the marketing, service and maintenance will be there. So I already told, after purchasing a bike, they will instruct us to take to service after 1,000 miles, okay, or after 5,000 miles, because they need to inspect. Okay, now, so they need to monitor whether the product which is delivered to customer is perfectly functioning or not. If it is not working, so why it is working? So I mean, why it is not working? They need to rectify that one. If within the service center, if they can rectify it, they will rectify it and give it to us. If not, okay, it is a major problem. They cannot rectify through in the service center itself. So they are going to make a report. Okay, so they are going to make a report for the next upgraded version of the bike. Okay, so these are all the steps and stages including a complete
prototype development also చెప్పండి మేడం.
Okay, in the prototype development, so before that one, we will have a fine approved design, shape and parameters. Okay, so after taking all the parameters and shape of the particular design, so we will create a small portion, small prototype. Okay, in that prototype, we will see whether the object or product we have developed is very good or not. Okay, whether in looks or decoration or whether in all aspects we are going to check before going to manufacturing. Okay, so after manufacturing, if it is not even good looking, no one will purchase. See, if you are going to purchase a motorway, some two-wheeler, okay, you have gone to some company or something. Okay, so you will see what is the best one. First, you will see engine efficiency and mileage or fuel consumption, like that. After seeing all those things, you will secondly concentrate on its looks. Okay, if it is too ugly, will you purchase? No one will purchase. Okay, so that comes under prototype. Okay,
Okay,
next project. See, on the first year itself, you have projection topic. What is projection? So the three-dimensional object and structures are represented graphically in two-dimensional media. Okay, a three-dimensional object will be represented in 2D space, two-dimensional media. The act of obtaining image of an object is termed as a projection. Okay, the image obtained by the projection is known as a view. Let's see. If you don't understand, you can see here. So in the projection, there comes two main variables. One is line of sight. Another one is plane of projection. See, here is a observer. So the person is here is a observer, and here is a square object. Okay, this is the object, and the shadow which is falling on the projection plane is called a projection. Okay, so the projection is called a view. Okay, and these are the lines which are falling on the projection plane through the object is called line of sight. Okay, just assume that you are in a dark pitch black room. Okay, dark room. So you have some mobile phone in your left hand and a torchlight in your right hand. You are going to torch through your mobile to a wall. Okay, so shadow of the mobile will be fall on the wall. Okay, wall is the projection plane and the shadow is the view, and the light passing through the object is called line of sight, and the torchlight is the observer point of view. Okay, I think you have understand. Next, in this based on the line of sight, it is completely divided into two types: parallel projection and perspective projection. Okay, so parallel projection and perspective projection. So the line of sight is the imaginary ray between observer eye and object. Okay, for example, the line of sight is in parallel. See here, line of sight is inclined to one another. Okay, starting from the point, it is inclined to one another. Okay, now it is called perspective projection. Okay, next, parallel projection. In the parallel projection, line of sight will be each and every line of sight will be parallel to one another. See, here is the example. This is a particular object. So in the parallel projection, line of sight will be parallel to each and everything, and every line of sight. And when it comes to perspective projection, each and every line of sight will be certain angle. Okay, inclined to one another, some angle to each other. So this is the two types. We only follow the parallel projection. Why? Because you can see I have already explained, given example of dark room, right? In the dark room, you can if you vary the torchlight position. For example, if you take the torchlight towards the your mobile, the shadow will be larger. Okay, very large. If you take the torchlight to very far away from your mobile, the shadow of the mobile will be so small. Okay, so based on the position of the torchlight, your shadow will be varying. The same way, in the perspective view, based on your position and your angle of the torchlight, I mean line of sight, the image shadow, I mean view of the object will be varying. So that the perspective is not used in engineering drawing. Okay, so in the parallel projection only, the accuracy of the object and particular shape will be shown. Okay, see, projection is classified into perspective and parallel. In the perspective, linear perspective, actual perspective is there. After that, in the parallel projection, there is subdivided into three types: oblique, axonometric, and orthographic. You can see perspective is used in your camera lens. Okay, so entire, for example, even a 6 feet human will be captured in 2.5 centimeter photographs. Okay, that is the example for perspective projection. When it comes to parallel projection, it is divided into three types: oblique, axonometric, and orthographic. In the oblique, it is again divided into several types, and axonometric as well as. In the axonometric, isometric, diametric, and trimetric. In all the three, we are only using isometric. And in orthography, see, first angle, second angle, third angle, fourth angle. Okay, we have four sections, four quadrants. In the four quadrants, we are going to use first and third. We are not using second and fourth. Okay. Before going to know why we are not using second and fourth, let's finish this one. Orthographic projection is a parallel projection technique, and it is parallel line of sight is perpendicular to the projection plane. Okay. So this is the blue color shadow is the projection plane, and the dark lines inside is the normal shadow of the object view, and these are all the lines. Okay, first line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. These are all the line of sight perpendicular to the projection plane, blue color lines. Okay, so this is the next isometric projection. Okay, before going to explain the isometric projection, let me ask you, isometric projection is a 3D or 2D?
2D,
Respond
ma'am.
in chart box.
3D.
2D.
See, that's why only I asked you in chat box. When all the people open your mics, that will be disturbance. Okay. So some of them are giving the answer as 2D and some of them are giving the answer as 3D. Right? So see, let's revise the definition of 2D. 2D is now representation of a just 2D is paper. Okay, on paper whatever we draw is just only we can draw. We cannot take to hand. Okay, we cannot touch and feel the 2D. Okay, so only a 3D object will be we can feel its parametric 3D. Okay, so when it comes to isometric, it does have three views. Okay, three views. Remember, three views: top view, right side view, left side view. It does have three views, but we cannot touch or feel the object. Okay, so that's why we are calling it as a 2D. Okay, so we are drawing in a 2D plane with including three views: right side view, top view, and left side view. Next, so perspective projection disadvantages. I already told you now. So based on the projection line of a particular point, distance, and angle, the shape of the object will be changing. Okay. For example, here is the best example. A road. Okay. We are going to stand on the center of the road. So when we stand on the center of road, at our foot point, we can see the width of the road. Okay, complete width of the road. When we look forward in the path distance, it will be like the edges are width to edges are meeting at certain point. Okay, so that is actually those two lines. Edge lines won't be meeting at any point. Okay, they are completely parallel to each other, but for our eye it will be seen like those two lines are meeting at a certain point. So that is the disadvantage of perspective. And another example is if you see in here only, some hills are there. Okay, some hills are there. So those hills are we can for our human eye it will be seen like the sky and the hills are touching one another, joining together. Okay, but in reality the two will never join together, right? So that's why it is difficult to create whatever that they are drawing or design created in perspective. Okay, it is difficult to create, and it does not reveal exact shape and size. See, for the road it is actually those edges will be in a parallel, but in the perspective view it will not reveal the shape or even size. Okay, so those are the disadvantages of perspective. Next, first angle and third angle. I already told we have on the orthographic projection we have four quadrants of four angles: first angle, second angle, third angle, fourth angle. And the second and fourth are not going to use. I will tell you why. Okay, before that remember these first and third angle. Okay, I will explain you how these symbols are come. Okay, in your drawing sheet if you have these symbols, you can you can understand it. The entire drawing sheet is based on first angle. If you have the second symbol, it is entire drawing sheet on third angle. Okay, Next, these are the difference between first angle projection and third angle projection. Okay. Okay, I will finish in quickly. All right. So, so these are the difference between first angle and third angle projection. So for the first angle projection, object will be placed in first quadrant, and third angle projection, so in the object will be placed in third quadrant. So object will be in between plane of projection and observer. When it comes to third angle projection, projection plane will be in between object and observer. Okay, this side will be observer. Next one, when you see in the first angle projection, front view will be fall on top view. Sorry, front view. Wait, front view will be projected on vertical plane, and top view will be projected on horizontal plane, right? And when it comes to right side view, if we see the right side view, it will fall on left side plane. Okay, the same applies to left side view. And when it comes to third angle projection, front view will be on the vertical plane and top view will be on the horizontal plane. But when we rotate the planes, it will be reverse. Okay, see, front view when the first angle projection, front view will be the top one, and upper one, and the top view will be the below front view. Okay, and the right side view will be on the left side. Okay, this is the arrangement of first angle. And when it comes to third angle, front view will be the bottom one and the top view will be the upper one. Okay, you can just by seeing the projection views itself, you can say whether it is in the first angle or in the third angle. Okay, if the top view is in the only below the front view, you can say it is in the first angle projection, or the top view is above the front view, you can say it is in the third angle projection. And one more clue is that, so in the first angle projection, right side view will be on the left side. Okay, when it comes to third angle projection, right side view will be in the right side itself. Okay, these are the variations. And see how the symbols have come. So we have taken a cut section, apex cut cone. Okay, apex cut cone. So we are placing it in the first quadrant. Okay, we are from this point of view, we are going to project this cone. Okay, so this front view will be okay. So this front view will be fall on the vertical plane here, and the top view will be fall on this horizontal plane. Okay, so the same way, after we take this object to third quadrant, the front view will be fall on the vertical plane and top view will be fall on the horizontal plane. Okay, so after giving the projections, we are going to tilt this horizontal. Okay, when we are representing top view, front view, we need to draw them in a single plane. Okay, these are all the two planes. We are going to draw them in a single paper. Okay, a slant paper. For that convenience, we are going to tilt. Okay, tilt this horizontal into 90 degrees. Okay, in a clockwise direction. Okay, for example, this is the horizontal plane in the first angle projection. So we are going to tilt it here in 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. Clockwise direction is nothing but downwards. See? So this is the horizontal plane, and we are going to tilt it in a horizontal direction. So clockwise direction. So if you completely tilt it in 90 degrees, this vertical horizontal will convert into vertical plane, same plane with respect to this vertical plane. Okay, so that's how we are going to we are getting the symbols of the first angle projection and third angle projection. Okay, so see why only first and third is used, because only in first and third the front view and top view will be separate. Okay, when it comes to, see, for example, here object is placed in second angle. Okay, we are projected top view in the horizontal plane and the front view in the vertical plane. We are going to apply the projection condition, like tilting the horizontal plane in 90 degrees for clockwise direction. For example, this is the horizontal plane and we are going to tilt it in the horizontal, clockwise direction. Clockwise is nothing but it will merge with along with this front view. Okay, front view and top view will be merged together. So that's why the same applies to same goes for fourth angle also. So that's why we are not using this second and fourth. Okay, I hope you have understand. Next, orthographic views. In the orthographic views, see, some of the lines are in normal continuous line and some of the lines are in dotted lines. Okay, so these are nothing but dotted lines is nothing but hidden lines. Okay, so there is some other object is there. Okay, so in this particular thing, only by observing top view we cannot see whether this particular hidden lines are a rectangular shape or a circular shape. So for that one we need to refer front view. Okay, in the front view we can clearly see the circle. So we can see this is the hole.
Madam.
These two lines are going to
Hello, madam.
this circle. Yep.
హలో మేడం, మేడం ఫస్ట్ యాంగిల్ ఇంకా థర్డ్ యాంగిల్ ప్రొజెక్షన్ తెలుగులో ఒకసారి చెప్పండి మేడం. దాన్ని ఫస్ట్ యాంగిల్ థర్డ్ యాంగిల్ ప్రొజెక్షన్ గురించి తెలుగులో ఒకసారి చెప్పరా?
షూర్ అలాగే మా ఇక్కడ ఉంది కదా. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ యాంగిల్ ప్రొజెక్షన్ లో ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేసాం. ఓకేనా, ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేసినప్పుడు మన అబ్జర్వర్ అనేది ఇక్కడ ఉంటాడు. ఫ్రంట్ వ్యూ దగ్గర ఒక స్మైలీ ఫేస్ ఉంది కదా, సో అక్కడ మన అబ్జర్వర్ అనేది ఉంటాం. నుంచి మనము ఈ యొక్క ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు దీని యొక్క షేడ్ ఏదైతే షేడ్ అనేది ఉంటుందో ఆ షేడ్ అనేది మనకి ఈ యొక్క వర్టికల్ ప్లేన్ మీద పడుతుంది. టాప్ వ్యూ చూసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ యొక్క హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ మీద పడుతుంది. హారిజాంటల్ మీద 2 డిఫరెంట్ ప్లేన్స్ మీద మనకి ఈ వ్యూస్ అనేది ఉన్నాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలంటే, సో మనం మామూలుగా ఏం చేస్తాము, ఒక పేపర్ మీద అన్ని వ్యూస్ ని డ్రా చేస్తాం, అవునా? సో మనకి క్వాడ్రంట్ లో ప్లేస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమైంది, వర్టికల్ ప్లేన్ సపరేట్ గా అలాగే హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ సపరేట్ గా ఉంది. సో అలా మనం డ్రా చేయడానికి మనం ఉండదు కదా పేపర్ లో. సో అలా మన ఇంజనీరింగ్ కన్వీనియన్స్ కోసం మనకి ఏం చేస్తామంటే ప్రొజెక్షన్ రూల్ అనేది ఇన్సర్ట్ చేశారు. ఓకేనా, సో అదేంటంటే ఈ యొక్క హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ ని క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ లో 90 డిగ్రీస్ రొటేట్ చేయాలని చెప్పి మా మ్యూట్ చేయండి మా మీరు. ఓకే, సో నా వాయిస్ ఒకసారి మీరు చెక్ చేసుకోండి. నాకైతే కరెక్ట్ గానే ఉంది. నెట్వర్క్ అంతా కూడా కరెక్ట్ గానే ఉంది. ఓకే, సో ఐ విల్ రిపీట్ వన్స్ అగైన్, నో ప్రాబ్లం. చూడండి, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని ఇక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేసిన తర్వాత దీని యొక్క ప్రొజెక్షన్స్ అనేది ఇక్కడ ఫ్రంట్ వ్యూ అండ్ టాప్ వ్యూ అనేది ఈ యొక్క వర్టికల్ ప్లేన్ అండ్ హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ మీద ప్లేస్ అవుతాయి. ఓకేనా, సో మన కన్వీనియన్స్ కోసం అనేది ప్రొజెక్షన్ రూల్ అనేది పెట్టుకున్నాం. అదేంటంటే హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ ని ఓకే మనం ఏ యాంగిల్ లో డ్రా చేసినా కానీ, ఫస్ట్ యాంగిల్ లో కానీ, థర్డ్ యాంగిల్ లో కానీ, లేకపోతే సెకండ్ యాంగిల్ లో కానీ, ఫోర్త్ యాంగిల్ లో కానీ, మనం ఏ యాంగిల్ లో డ్రా చేసినా కానీ అందులో ఉన్న హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ ని క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ 90 డిగ్రీస్ రొటేట్ చేయాలనేది కండిషన్ అన్నమాట. ఇప్పుడు ఈ యొక్క హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ అనేది ఇక్కడ ఉంది. ఓకేనా, సో ఈ హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ ని క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ నేను రొటేట్ చేస్తున్నాను. క్లాక్ వైజ్ అంటే ఏంటి, కంప్లీట్ గా మనకి 90 డిగ్రీస్ రొటేట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈ హారిజాంటల్ ఇలా కిందకి వచ్చేస్తుందా, ఈ వర్టికల్ దాంతో మెర్జ్ అయిపోతుందా. సో అప్పుడు మనకి ఒకే పేపర్ లాగా అవుతుంది కదా. ఓకే, రిఫరెన్స్ లైన్ కి అబో ఇక్కడ ఇది మన రిఫరెన్స్ లైన్. ఓకే, సో దీనికి అబో మనకి ఫ్రంట్ వ్యూ ఉంటుంది, అలాగే బిలో ఈ యొక్క టాప్ వ్యూ సర్కిల్స్ అనేది ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా, సో ఇది సెకండ్ యాంగిల్ కి అప్లై చేసాం అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ మనకి వర్టికల్ ప్లేన్ మీద మనకి ఈ యొక్క ఫ్రంట్ వ్యూ ప్లేస్ అవుతుంది, అలాగే హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ మీద టాప్ వ్యూ అనేది ప్లేస్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు ప్రొజెక్షన్ రూల్ ఎప్పుడైతే అప్లై చేస్తామో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఈ యొక్క హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ అనేది క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ అనేది రొటేట్ చేయాలి, అది కూడా 90 డిగ్రీస్ రొటేట్ చేయాలి. సో ఎగ్జాక్ట్ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ గా ఉంది కాబట్టి ఈ ఫ్రంట్ వ్యూ అండ్ ఈ యొక్క టాప్ వ్యూ రెండు కాస్త మనకి మెర్జ్ అయిపోయి ఒకదాని మీద ఒకటి ప్రొజెక్ట్ అవుతాయి. ఓకేనా, సో అలా మనం డ్రా చేస్తే ఎలాంటి డ్రాయింగ్ కానీ ఎవరికి అర్థం కాదు. ఒకదాని మీద ఒకటి డ్రా చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది, పిచ్చి చేతులు అవుతాయి, అంతేనా. సో అందుకని చెప్పి ఈ సెకండ్ అండ్ ఫోర్త్ ని యూజ్ చేయరు. అండ్ ఈ థర్డ్ లో ఏమవుతుందంటే ఫస్ట్ దానికి ఆపోజిట్ లో వస్తాయి చూడండి. థర్డ్ యాంగిల్ లో నేను ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని ప్లేస్ చేశాను, దాని యొక్క ఫ్రంట్ వ్యూ కాస్త నాకు వర్టికల్ ప్లేన్ మీద ప్రొజెక్ట్ అవుతుంది, అలాగే టాప్ వ్యూ కాస్త నాకు ఈ యొక్క హారిజాంటల్ మీద ప్లేస్ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? సో ఇప్పుడు ఇలా అయిన తర్వాత మనకి ఏమవుతుంది, కంప్లీట్ గా ఈ యొక్క ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని ఈ యొక్క హారిజాంటల్ ప్లేన్ రొటేట్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా? క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ రొటేట్ చేయనప్పుడు ఇలా వర్టికల్ ప్లేన్ దీంతో ఇక్కడ మనకి మెర్జ్ అయిపోతుంది. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఫ్రంట్ వ్యూ కాస్త మనకి రిఫరెన్స్ కి బిలో అవుతుంది, టాప్ వ్యూ కాస్త మనకి రిఫరెన్స్ కి అబోవ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? నెక్స్ట్ ఓకేమా. సో ఇక్కడికి ఎండ్ చేద్దాము. మీకు ప్రొజెక్షన్ వరకు అర్థమైంది కదా? ఓకే, దీన్ని క్లోజ్ చేస్తున్నాను. మీ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ గురించి డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయన్నారు కదా, సో దీన్ని అడగండి. ఫస్ట్ మీరు ఇక్కడ ఒక మీకు మెయిల్ ఐడి వచ్చి ఉంటుంది కదా. ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ఆటోకాడ్ అండ్ కెటియా అని అడిగారు కదా. ఆటోకాడ్ లో మీరు డ్రా చేయడానికి కావాల్సిన టూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఓకేనా? ఓన్లీ 2D డ్రా చేయడానికి మాత్రమే అది పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా యూజ్ అవుతుంది. అక్యురేట్ గా మనకి వితౌట్ ఎనీ ఎర్రర్స్ లేకుండా డ్రా చేయడానికి ఆటోకాడ్ అనేది పర్ఫెక్ట్. 2D డ్రాయింగ్ కి ఆటోకాడ్ అనేది పర్ఫెక్ట్. బట్ వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు 3D అంటే 2D ని మనం 3D గా కన్వర్ట్ చేయడానికి ఎప్పుడైతే మనం చేస్తామో అందులో ఆ యొక్క ప్రాసెస్ అనేది కాంప్లెక్స్ గా ఉంటుంది, ఫ్రీగా ఉండదు, అలాగే ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ గా అసలు ఉండదు. ఓకేనా? అందుకని మనకి డిఫరెంట్ 3D సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ అనేది ఉంది. ఒక్క నిమిషం ఉండండి. ఇలా మీకు ఒక మీటింగ్ డీటెయిల్స్ అనేసి ఒక చూడండి, ఇలా మీకు వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? మెయిల్ వచ్చి ఉంటుంది కదా, ఇందులో ఫస్ట్ వన్ వచ్చింది మీటింగ్ లింక్ వచ్చి ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో కిందకి ఇలా డ్రాగ్ చేయండి. ఇలా డ్రాగ్ చేస్తే ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఇక్కడ వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లింక్ వచ్చింది. నెక్స్ట్ ఇది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత కిందకి ఇంకా డ్రాగ్ చేశారంటే మనకి ఇక్కడ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లింక్ వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? సో ఈ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లింక్ మీద క్లిక్ చేశారంటే మనకి అది స్కాన్ చేయకుండానే డౌన్లోడ్ చేయండి. స్కాన్ చేశారంటే ఫైల్స్ అన్ని ఎగిరిపోతాయి. ఓకేనా? సో డౌన్లోడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత మీకు ఇలా ఫైల్స్ వస్తాయి. నేను ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తున్నాను కాబట్టి నేను డౌన్లోడ్ చేయట్లేదు. సో మొత్తం డౌన్లోడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత అందులో మీకు 2 ఫైల్స్ ఉంటాయి. చూపిస్తాను
మేడం. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పిన పీపీటీ మొత్తం వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లో పెడతారా మేడం? హలో,
సో ఇదో నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఇవన్నీ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నాను కాబట్టి నేను జస్ట్ నీకు ప్రొసీజర్ చెప్తున్నాను. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఇలా ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు ఫైల్ ని డౌన్లోడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇలా కనిపిస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? డిఫరెంట్ ఫోల్డర్స్ అలాగే ఇక్కడ మనకి కింద ఉంటుంది. సో దీన్ని ఎలా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తామంటే ఓపెన్ చేశారు కదా, కిందకి మా ప్రతి ఒక్క మెయిల్ కి లింక్ వచ్చి ఉంటుంది మా, లేదంటే నేను సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లింక్ పెడతాను, మీకు కాపీ చేసి పెడతాను. ఓకేనా? ఇక్కడ నుంచి చూసారా సెటప్ అని చెప్పని చూసారా, ఈ సెటప్ మీద డబుల్ క్లిక్ ఇవ్వండి. ఎప్పుడైతే డబుల్ క్లిక్ ఇస్తారో మీకు ఆ రన్నింగ్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. సో అన్ని ఓకే చేసి ఫైనల్ గా ఫినిష్ చేయండి. చాలా టైం పడుతుంది, ఒక 1/2 అవర్ అలా పడుతుంది. నిదానంగా చేయండి. 100% పూర్తయిన తర్వాతే అది అవుతుంది. అది కంప్లీట్ అయిన తర్వాత ఫినిష్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మీకు ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. కాకపోతే ఎలా ఓపెన్ అవుతుందంటే ఎంటీ, ఓకేనా, వైట్ పేపర్ లాగా ఓపెన్ అయ్యి ఒక ఎర్రర్ చూపిస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? ఇది ఒక లైసెన్స్ అడుగుతుంది. ఓకే, సో ఈ లింక్ మీకు పేస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను చూడండి, సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లింక్ మీ చాట్ బాక్స్ లో పేస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను చూడండి. ఇది సాఫ్ట్వేర్ మా. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే మీకు అటెండెన్స్ కూడా ఇవ్వాలి మీరు. జస్ట్ ఒక నిమిషం. ఎవ్రీడే మనకి అటెండెన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. 80% అటెండెన్స్ లేకపోతే మీకు సర్టిఫికేట్ అనేది రాదు. సో ఎవ్రీడే నేను ఇస్తాను. సో మీరు మీటింగ్ నుండి లాగౌట్ అయ్యే లోపల మీరు దీన్ని అటెండెన్స్ ఇచ్చేసే వెళ్ళండి. ఓకేనా?